YouTube, what's going on, man? I'm back. I told you I gotta get these videos out, man. I got to. Let me close the door real quick, but I got to, man. I just been busy. Really, I have been busy. I've been doing a lot of things. Like I tell you all the time, I do a lot of things, and I'm just working on managing my time right now. So like I said on stream a few days ago, I have a bunch of bills just sitting here in the vault that I been just waiting to post and waiting to get out, and they coming. They're gonna roll out here pretty soon. But I'm just like I said, I'm managing my time. I referee basketball games every day of the night, and so on and so forth. But hey, with that being said, man, let's go ahead and get into this video and let's check out this build. All right, so what's going on, y'all? Let's go ahead and get into it, man. So I'm going to show y'all the lockdown that I've been using for season 2. Many of y'all might be like, I don't know. But this build is going to be kind of similar to my 6'7", center that you all seen, the shortest center on my YouTube page. It's going to be very similar to that, but it's different just because of a little kink, or not kinks, wow, little nicks and adjustments based off the height and all that stuff. So let's go and get into it. I made him a center, I made him right-handed, and then jersey number obviously doesn't matter. Now this is where I went different. I went 6'8" on this one, and I'll show you why I went 6'8" and how it's turned out for me. Went 6'8", went to 255 on the weight, and then a max wingspan. All right, just double check. Yeah, max wingspan. Then body type, go whatever you want. I think on mine I went compact just so he doesn't look super, super big. But after that, this is what I did. I went to a 80 on a 3-ball, and this is how I really started on, my 6'8". I started like this. I went to an 80 on the 3-ball because I know that with the 83 ball, you can hit so consistent with the 80. Really, you can hit consistent with a 75 also, but I went to an 80 because I feel like at 75, they just give you sometimes where they'll just make you not shoot greens because you're not supposed to be that consistent. So I went to an 80 because really the green window on that stays the most consistent, right? So after that, on the pass accuracy, I went to a 71, and then speed with ball ends up being at a 30, and you'll see why in a second, but it has to end up being at a 30. So then from here on defense, when I went to the defense on this build, I wanted to make sure that I'm abusing every route that I can and have the most that I can, right, in terms of the badges, in terms of playing all 5 positions, so on and so forth. And because you really can play the 5 with this build. Yes, it is difficult. I'm not gonna lie, it is very difficult. But with the right skill and the badges put on, you definitely can do it. All right, so here I went to a 93 here. Went to an 88. Got a 95 here just to get that gold glove. Went to a 93 here on the block. And this was the biggest difference between the 6'8" and the 6'7". 6'7", you cannot get that gold anchor at all. You had to be 6'8" and up. And I figured that out with my 6'7", and with that silver anchor, you can't really block much, especially when you're going against the bigger bigs. You gotta have it gold. You have to have it gold being this height. You have to have it gold. Then after that, I had to make sure I go OD on the rebounding because I do know that it'll be times where I do play the 5 and times where I just have to go rebound. And then also I wanted the badges. So I went 94 on the defensive. Then on the offensive, I went all the way to a 90. So now you see that I have 33 defensive badges on this build. 33. Right. And really with all these, and you can see how the badges are lining up right here. With all of this gold, all of this Hall of Fame, you're definitely able to clamp something up. And then based off where you're playing at in terms of lineups, if you have another center or whatever, you can adjust, badges around how you need to adjust them, right? Whether you're running the ankle braces, the menace, whatever. But I can tell you, the only thing that I run consistently that I don't change is the glove. I always have that at least gold because when you are playing the 5, you can use that glove along with the post move lockdown to get those strips. And as you read post move lockdown, which I don't think people really read deep in depth on this, is that you see right here you get an increased chance at stripping an opponent based off the higher post move lockdown. So if you get that, obviously go with the Hall of Fame partner with the glove. You pretty much plucking them every time as soon as they turn it back to you. So that's kind of how you have to, play with your interior defense with the 6'8" and shorter builds. You got to use that glove partner with the post move lockdown so you can obviously get those strips. Because you may have some bigs that do have that clamp. I mean not clamps, that unpluckable on. But 90% of the time, most bigs are not really running post moves like that. Half the time, it's just going to be cutting to the basket, 3-pointers, and honestly, even if they do have the post control, with the post move lockdown and the high glove, you're still going to be able to rip them because, first of all, 9 times out of 10 with how unpluckable it is, it doesn't matter. Let's be real. So then after that, let's get to the speed, man. So I had to make sure being this small, obviously I'm abusing something. Obviously you see defense is pretty OD. Speed, I went to an 80. Kept it at an 80. We have the acceleration at a 70. And then right here is where it kind of gets crazy too. So we got a 90 here. We got a 90 on the vert. Then we got a 90 here. Now, and this is how I kind of started off with my build because I really didn't care about the finishing aspect. I wanted to make sure I got everything here that I needed in terms of the badge numbers, in terms of the shooting, and in terms of defense before I went to my finishing, because I know finishing really for me, especially when I'm using a lockdown, if I'm just trying to go straight lock, really in my opinion, I only care to catch a oop and to be able to catch the ball and rip through and go dunk. And that's really it. Other than that, I'm shooting, and really in season 2, I've been shooting 60% and up with my threes. So, that's pretty cash. I ain't gonna lie. So, and honestly, on all my builds, so it's a 75 3-bar, 80 is spending 60%. But that's not what this is about. Just showing y'all, how I like to tweak it and how I like to run it. So then from here, I went to an 87. Now, I didn't have to get the 87, but the reason I did do the 87 is because I got to figure out what I did. Something is messed up somewhere. But the reason I end up getting the 87 on here, and the reason I do take the 87 is because of the Zion Williamson alley-oops. I just wanted to have them. I don't have to have them, but I just wanted to have them. So let me figure out these numbers, figure what I got different. There it is. Boom. So, and this is how mine is set up. I got the 47, 67, 87. No, maybe this is a 66. I don't think this was 66. So 66 for the 15 badges. So, 87 drawing dunk. Like I said, you get the Zion Williamson alley-oops. You get a bunch of dunk packages that you can use. The standing dunks I wasn't really worried about because in this game, you can still get a quote-unquote standing dunk off where they consider it still a driving dunk, but it's really supposed to be a standing dunk. But yeah, with the 87, you're going to get enough dunks still. You just got it. The only problem that you're going to run into with this build, which is okay for me personally, I didn't really care about that. I just wanted to be able to play defense, rebound, and shoot the ball, is you see those tier 3 badges. That is where you're going to struggle at, is because you don't have a chance to get into that slithery, limitless, and bully. Now, granted, if you make this build, you could do that if you use your extra badges that you get from the My Career and from the season passes, or the 2 season passes that we've already had, and but beef it up that way. But yeah, let's get into it and see what we got for Takeover. So Takeover is for mine. What I noticed, drop my phone. But we all good, no cracks, we all good. But what I've noticed with my build, but with this build specifically, I don't really need the rebound chaser. I really don't. What I like to run is one of these because I get the boost in the speed, obviously the boost with the glove, and then the perimeter D. And then after that, I'll go with sharp. Now you might be thinking, no, you need the ram. I'm telling you, I still snag with the lock and the sharp takes on when I run them. And I've tried each and every one of these different combinations, and the best combination that I felt in terms of my player being completely toxic is with the lock and the limitless sharp. So when I run the lock one, I like to go perimeter badge drop, and then I like to go limitless. And then let's move on and see what this build name gets us to, man. But yeah, it's fun, man. I can tell you this build is fun. You see we got shades of Bill Laimbeer, Jared Allen, and Miles Turner. And here you have a glass cleaning lockdown. Now this is kind of funny because if you think about it, this build is 100% a lockdown. And it's 100% glass cleaning. But the reason I say it's kind of funny, you think about it, because like when people see a glass cleaning lockdown like this, they're not going to think, you know, perimeter defense still and all that stuff. They're just going to think interior defense, high block, so on and so forth, especially since it's a 5. So really, you are legitimately like a glass cleaning lockdown, if you get what I'm saying, man. It's just thinking about it. Maybe I'm just, you know, chatting right now, but really, if you think about it, you really are a glass cleaning lockdown. So like I was telling y'all, ideally for me, when I run this build, I didn't care too much about the finishing badges. I just wanted to have on the High Wizard, have on Fearless, and then after that, I have on Browser. And this is how I'm running mine. I haven't changed it. I don't plan on changing it. I really don't plan on adding any badges here because I really don't care to get into this. I just want this part. I'm fast enough to get the backdoor cuts. Fast enough in transition to, you know, not necessarily worry about this as much. And also, you know, if I do get in those situations where somebody's there, I know I don't have posterizers and all that stuff on, I'm kicking it. So right here, shooting wise, this is how I have mine set, man. So I don't run corner specialists. I go straight to Gray Machine. Have on Claymore Silver. Then after that, I went to Volume Shooter. I think I went, well, mine is Hall of Fame, but I added more shooting badges here on mine. So I got that Hall of Fame. Then after that, I have on Catch and Shoot, have that cord, and then I have on Blinders. And I have on that too. So like I said, I added a few, no, actually, did I add shooting badges? I can't remember. But either way, if I did or didn't add shooting badges, I know for a fact I have it set up something like this. The reason I've set it up like this is I see more effect from Blinders than I do from Deadeye. Now, Deadeye does work. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I see more effect from Blinders than Deadeye because whenever I do play on this build, people tend to leave me open because of the name. And you leave me open, it's cash. Like I told you, I've been shooting 60%. But after that, now what happens is when the bid continues to help, the guards start trying to rotate and jump. So I see more effect from the Blinders than I do from the Deadeye. Alright, so you just kind of got to think about it that way. So badge wise, I want to run this. I have on Needle Threader, and then I really should just probably go ahead and run Needle Threader Silver. But sometimes, you know, I go in and put these on. I think right now I probably have something like this. I think it's like bronze. I think it's something like that. But that's just because my passing accuracy is not quite up yet. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's something like this. Now defensively, I'll tell y'all like this. I added all of my badges here. The reason of doing that is because I wanted to have on as many of the defensive badges to affect the game as possible. So like, whenever y'all see this, it's not going to be how mine is at all. So you can see I have, well, how I run, I have Hall of Fame. I have this gold. I think I have this Hall of Fame. I think I have this on. Like, I got a lot of badges on that I would not be able to put on. I got Polo Stick Gold. We go down here and put on the Anchor. We put on the Recorder. We put on the Rebound Chaser. Put on the Clamps. And then I got 3 left. Yeah, see, you're missing on a lot that I have. And I'll probably, you know, show y'all this, you know, at the end. But you see, I didn't core a few of those other badges just because I really wasn't too worried about it. I just want to show y'all the defense and the shooting stuff that I like to do. But other than that, man, if y'all like this build, I might, you know, step on over to the My Career and just show y'all what I'm doing as far as the badges with this build. Because like I said, I do have it, and you know, I've been having fun. So hold on, let's take a look at this next, or not the next build, this build specifically, and show y'all what I'm doing. So as y'all can see, man, you know, here's the build. Let me get into the attributes. This is what I have up right now, attribute wise. As you can see, I got the 88 driving dump, the 80 here. Like I told you, I didn't have my pass accuracy up quite up yet, but I do have, you know, all of this up. Defensively, just because I like to just go ahead and be toxic. I'm gonna tell you like this build in the park is insane, but let me get to showing y'all the badges, what I wanted to show y'all. I'm down one on the finishing badges. I got one more finishing badge to get. My finish is not quite up yet, so I cannot run the gold area wizard. Nor can I run the fearless yet because my layup isn't up. But this is how I have it right now. I still finish fine. Like I tell you, when I do get in those situations where I do have somebody that's near, I'm kicking it every time. But shooting wise, like I told you, I thought I had to set up something like this. But yeah, Green Machine, Hall of Fame here on the volume shooter, and the Claymore, and then catch and shoot. And once I get the catch and shoot cord, I'm going to go to blinders for sure. Playmaking, like I told y'all, it was set up like this. For defense, let me show y'all what I have. So this is what I'm running right now. This setup is more so like when I'm playing the 5 because I use the outball pass to, hold on to the bigs because if they get those weird pass animations, it's going to let you run right by. And if I switch it up, I'll do this. I'll drop my post move lock down to gold. I will actually drop this to gold. Then after that, I'm missing something. Might end up dropping this because I end up having this silver and then this gold. I think I end up doing this right here. If I remember right. On gold here, and then I drop this and then go silver, and then it looks something like this. And it just depends. Like I said, honestly, really, I don't have enough of the badges on that. Oh, pogo stick I normally take off. If I'm running the wings, I'll probably end up taking pogo stick down also. Putting that there, and then going up gold here, and then running in silver. That's what it is. I end up doing it just like this. But in the park, I'll switch it completely up. I end up doing something totally different. I may not even run post move lockdown, and then I'll go to ankle braces menace, and I'll drop, probably box up me some brick wall to silver so I can bump up ankle braces and menace to gold and silver based off whatever. But there you have it, man. This is the Glass Clean Lockdown build. If you all like this build, man, drop it in the comments. Tell me what y'all think. Tell me what changes you'll make. I'm willing to anything. I'm just here to help the community and provide y'all with builds that, like I say, are playable and are fun to play with. Other than that, I'm saying, my your boy CJ. I'm signing out. Peace.